Okay, this is the exciting part. Now we're getting down to the bread. So basically what I do is 8 cups, I have a cup measure here, of the unbleached enriched artisan bread flour. And it's, again, doesn't have to be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Okay, and we'll do 2 cups of whole wheat flour to make a total of 10 cups of flour altogether. There you go. I'm gonna use my hands that have been washed and dried to just kind of mix it up a bit. Okay, 1. Now it's really important that you use filtered water. So I'm using my Berkey water. 2. 3. 4. 5. Let's go ahead and do about 5 3/4 on this one. So depending on where you live and your humidity and everything, you'll do somewhere between 5.5 and 6 cups of water to 10 cups of flour. We're going to mix this really well. The important thing here is that we want it to get all mixed in well. We don't want to see any dry flour at the bottom. That's going to take a couple minutes of vigorous mixing in with your hands, getting dirty. I have to say, I love working with sourdough bread flour. It's not like making a yeast flour. It's very different because although it gets stuck to your hands at first, it sticks really well and binds really well to itself. So this is the messiest you're gonna see it. And there's a way to get around the stickiness on future stretch and folds. So basically, I'm just gonna explain, you're gonna mix this in well, you're gonna cover it for an hour, and then you're gonna come back and mix in your sourdough starter as well as your salt. So this is amazing. I mean, there's absolutely no yeast. It's only sourdough, salt, water, and flour. So let's get that mixed in really well. See all that flour that has not mixed in yet? Make sure you mix it in well. Kind of worked on it a little bit, got the dough off my fingers, washed them well, and now we're gonna cover it for an hour. So remember to set your timer. Then we'll come back and we'll add the sourdough starter with the salt. Okay, so the alarm just went off and we're gonna do our first stretch and fold. First, we're gonna add our salt and our starter. So we're gonna do about 16 grams or milliliters, I guess, of salt and our starter. Okay. I'm gonna get all of that starter out, and I'm gonna go ahead and stretch and fold. See how that flour, it's because of the gluten, how it binds together in such a beautiful way We're just gonna go all the way around. Okay, it's an hour later. The alarm just went off again. So this is the second time I'm gonna stretch and fold. See that bond? This is such a good bond right here. This is why I love working with this type of bread. It feels so good. It stretches so beautifully. So stretch all the way around, okay? It helps to wet your hand before you do this because you don't want to get so much dough stuck to your fingers. Stretch that out and fold over. Stretch and fold. It's a really important process to making sourdough bread. Okay, and we'll cover it again and let it sit for another hour. Okay, so the alarm went off again. We're gonna go ahead and stretch it, fold for a third time. See how beautifully it's coming together? Okay, we'll set that alarm for another hour. Okay, the alarm went off, and this is the last and fourth time that I'm going to stretch and fold. Okay, and my next video will show you how to proof the bread and then get it ready to go in the oven.